random taunt it up. I don't want it to get like War Execrable Taskmastered. Or Slam maxed. Slam Deathbite though. I could just keep her to try and bait the Deathbite, so I don't have Deathbite going off on my Emperor immediately. Probably do that. I don't want to just have Emperor go out there and die. Seems a little weak, so I'm just going to do it this way and just hope this swings in here. And maybe he doesn't have the greatest development turn and we can take it away. Just really trying to dodge Dr. Boom, basically. That's like the only card that like super punishes this. Like Maiden would be also annoying, but Dr. Boom's like the hard counter. Alright, Justicar. It's gonna Justicar ignore. Now it's awkward. Warrior has like a lot of potential 8-drops and stuff like that, but I'll just swipe it. I'm being like super greedy with this Emperor, but I think it's one of the necessaries that you have to do against like a control deck with this deck, because my late game's not the strongest, especially with him getting Justicar already. So next turn I can like Emperor and then try and like taunt Spare Part on this 2-4. Maybe protect my Emperor a little bit if he doesn't have the second Shield Slam or second Execute. Kind of run away that way with it. Okay, Wild Growth's sick with Gadgets and coming up pretty soon. So we're gonna have Cycle for days. I think I might just want to Wrath that Acolyte. We have so much Cycle with Gadget already. I just want to get this Acolyte off the board, I think. So, I mean, I'm playing Emperor here just because I have no other minions to play. I was originally going to like taunt this, but I don't want him to give him too much card draw. And we don't need to use the Wrath for card draw, since we're going to be able to go Gadgets in, draw card with Wild Growth, draw another card with Wild Growth, draw another card with Gadgets in off Wild Growth. So this is 3 card draws, 4 card draws, 5 card draws. So we have 5 card draw in our hand right now. And we need a big game hunter. Oh, he's gonna shoot the boom bats, huh? Interesting. Gets the full clear, what a god. Alright, we get another Spare Part for Gadget anyway, but it's not good when you can't contest that Dr. Boom at all, but we should be able to hopefully draw into Big Game Hunter. Draw a third of our deck next turn. What do you got? What do you got? Yeah, you got nothing. That's fine. He's thinking about like combo or something for 32 because I Empered. Interesting. Alright, let's get him. We need to find Big Game Hunter off this. We can't cycle with Healing Touch then, that means. So we don't get to cycle that many cards, just a lot. Alright, let's start with this one. Second Gadget. He uses that to cycle the Healing Touch. He's got 21 damage with Grom right now, so we may need the Hero Power or something this turn. Well, we taunt this up, so it's not 21 anymore. Alright. I could cycle the second Wild Growth this turn, but then I can't get Big Game Hunters now. Come on, Big Game Hunter. Alright, so I have 1 out of 12 for Big Game Hunter, or 3, 6, 7, 8. 8 cards in my hand, so this would go up to 9. Alright, no, this would stay at 8 because it cycles and then go up to 9. Yeah, I think I just do that. Just make sure I have Big Game Hunter for next turn then. And then I can Healing Touch too. Alright. So if I play this, this goes out of my hand, and then I draw 2, so I'm at 10. I'll overdraw myself. How did I mess that counting up? Alright. I don't want to overdraw Big Game Hunter. Oh man. Big Game Hunter. feel like we're gonna run into a situation where we draw a lot of cards and can't kill him. Even Wrath would be fine here with Keeper to kill it. We can combo clear. Is that really the play though? We can try and reach for another shot at the big game Hunter Dream. Alright, we'll draw 2, I guess. There it is. Alright, so now instead of Big Game Hunter, we probably Wrath for 3 and Keeper. Right. Now we have Big Game Hunter for Gromash. Cool beans. He's used 2 Death Bites, so it's kind of awkward for him to remove this. He's gonna have to use hard removal. You guys probably get like, we had to get like sick value spells out of Sarad because we're far off from killing him, man. He's gonna leave that up to try and make us fatigue ourselves. Oh no, plan. Too much card draw. Is there a sick Wild Pyromancer play here that I'm supposed to be doing? We could like Wild Pyromancer, Force of Nature, clear the board. Break up combo though, it feels pretty shit. Sure, whatever. I'll just clear, draw a card and clear. If animation time lets me. Nope. Belcher Y. Because we have duds like Mind Blast in our deck, so I guess sure. Now we need like a power. Do we have enough threes? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we got enough threes. So what am I doing for fours? We're losing board control on turn 3. On turn 3, we're just making a statement, Wolf Rider in face. So we're just letting the board slip away and we're saying we don't care about the board anymore. So on turn 4, we need things like Shadow Madness maybe? Interact with this board and potentially push for lethal, get through Belcher. So it's like a silence, but at the same time not a silence. So it takes like the Iron Beak Owl slot in the face hunter sort of deck. That seems to make sense in my head. And now on turn 6, we want to be doing this for 4 damage. So 6 mana, 4 damage is pretty weak, but like Fel Reaver doesn't make sense because we give away board control on 3. So none of these make sense. Like the one that makes the most sense right now is Nightblade, but it's just like really bad because we're releasing the board on 3. So maybe it's unnecessary. We can strengthen our 1-drop line or strengthen our 2-drop line, or we can look for no, none of the 3-drops are really worth running. What does Priest have? Priest has Dark Cultist. Priest has Velens. I guess Velens could be just thrown in there. You can see Velens doing work, just charging the face and Velening him. And we have loot orders. Maybe we can use Holy Smites just for a little tempo gain in there. So the tempo gain early game and then just transition to kill. I could see Resurrect possibly doing some work. That'd be some RNG lethals though. I could see like 1 Alkanite kind of fitting. I probably just want another 1-drop, like a Worgen or something. It's probably fine. Do we have too low card quality now though? That's the thing, we might just run out of steam before we can kill him. Let's see how it goes. Give it like 1 try first. It's definitely gonna need some tweaks. The curve looks so wonky right now. I just don't know what I need more of. No, we don't need Mass Dispel to get through taunts. We have Shadow Menace to get through taunts. And Shrinkmeister can go with it as well. Shadow form. Y'all crazy. Y'all crazy. We have the 4-drop guy so that we don't need to run Shadow form. He's Shadow form-ish. Alright, so we want the 1-drops against Druid for sure, because we want to be able to just get a big board really quick. Now can I Flash Shield? Nah, that's too many combos, man. We're not combo oriented. We want to just get an exceptional board, turns 1, 2, and 3, and then hit him in the face from there. Just like Face Hunter. So turn 1, got him. So I want to get this Abusive Sergeant out there for tempo. If I had a 2-drop, I'd want to do it, but I don't have a 2-drop, so I think I'm going to hold back on it. Give myself some flexible options going into next turn. Do I care if he has 4 mana for Arcane Golem? I do, because Keeper of the Growth, so... Oh, Argent Horse Rider is a good top deck here. That's exactly what we need. So next turn we can probably Abusive Sergeant. Hopefully we hit a 2-drop with it. We may need to add another 2-drop into the deck. Or we can hit Balance with it and then trade up, which would be sick. But Abusive trade up with a 2-drop would be nuts as well. So how much damage? We got 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 damage right now. 13's not bad. I think we play a 3-drop while we can. Like, the 1-drops we can wiggle into any curve, so just letting those guys wiggle seems good. So we added 2 more damage to our deck, though. We want to get Leopardome out there before we're trying to finish out the game with Reach, because that 2 damage takes like a turn to activate, so it's kind of important to get him out there as soon as possible, just like it couldn't fit in our curve very well there, so being a little patient with it. And this is the point where we don't care about board control for the most part, so I think we just let it be here. I want to get this Arcane Golem into his dome. Going into his 5 is when he's going to taunt up, so we should get that guy in there, and probably the Abusive Sergeant as well. Just the same logic, he's going to be taunting up. So getting those guys in there seems pretty sweet. And now we got that awkward situation where we didn't get the Lepronome in there fast enough. But we got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're like 1 damage off lethal. So we're just gonna need 1 more card really. And if he doesn't taunt here, then we got Leroy to the face, hopefully no Savage Roar, and then the big clear with the Holy Smite and then a burn spell hopefully. Hopefully the big guy on 6, because we want to be able to kill him on exactly turn 6. That's the point of that guy, is finishing the game out. Alright, we gotta be kind of afraid to double Savage Roar, but at the same time we're in aggro deck, so we can't. Lepronome's not gonna do it. It takes too long to activate. We could try, since he didn't taunt last turn, we know he doesn't have a taunt, so we could try and like double Lepronome this turn if we wanted to play passive with it, but I think it's really important just to get the Leroy damage in when you can. And now we're just looking for Mind Blast over the top for lethal. Yeah, Savage Roar's scary, man, but what are you gonna do? But yeah, we didn't get the Lepronome fast enough down. Alright. Well, if he never draws Roar, we got him. Oh, this is a good card to draw here. Alright, let's see where this goes first. Got him. Ah, not a good one. It's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 20. Aha. We can beat just Roar. But can't beat Roar plus anything else. So we got a lot of top decks for lethal too, over the top. We got 6 damage right now, so we're just looking at like Mind Blast and a few charges can get him. Oh, he does have the charge plus the Roar, damn. Okay. We need more 2-drops is what it is. We never got the board that we needed in the early games because we had to go like coin 3 into 3. We really need the 2-drop line to be a little stronger there. Lepronome might be too slow. Alright, let's see, what do we got? 2-drops. This problem is there's so many like bad 2-drops. Yeah, I really don't want to play like don't want to play like Haunted Creeper in this deck. I guess Giblin Stalker might just be like the superior 2-drop. Noyatron could work. I mean, I have 1 buff card, so that's kind of sketchy. It's just the 1 power is so weak. I think Giblin's like the choice. So I want 2 toughness, and it's got like the stealth, which I guess is kind of helpful for having it stick around for Velens, maybe. Can usually get in damage. Like a Noyatron draw in late game is just so shit. And it's not even great on curve. It's like okay. Yeah, I guess I'll do Giblins now over what? Good. Why not Bluegill? It's like really low card quality for what it does. On turn 2, I don't want to be charging at his face and playing weak minions. I want to be establishing a board. So I want 2-drops that have really good value. So, like, a 2-1 is just going to immediately die and I lose board control. On turn 3, I'm fine with playing a 3-1, charging his face, losing board control after that, because my deck transitions from caring about the board to just caring about face damage at that point. But turns 1 and 2, I really care about board control, so I want cards that can control the board well. So that's why I chose 2-drops that are all just kind of stat focused. Or have effects that make sure that they persist.
Here we go.
Alright. Alright. Get to work on this guy. This Armor Smith's so annoying. I don't know if we're gonna have the damage to be able to outreach this guy. Right, so hopefully he doesn't have Cruel Taskmaster. Yeah, alright. No Cruel Taskmaster and we're in business. If he's got Cruel Taskmaster, then we're getting kind of screwed here. Coin Warax and Armor Smith is insane. It's really tough to beat that start. Oh, he's gonna hold it for the juggler, that's pretty smart of him. Well played, sir. Alright, so we get in there. You can only swing at one. So maybe a juggler will stick. Juggler sticks. Oh yeah. Alright, turn 5 he's looking to play Belcher anyway, so I don't feel too bad about playing this Arcane Golem. And might as well fill out the mana curve there. So, I mean like Brawl and Belcher and stuff are like pretty natural plays that he's looking to do anyway over Maiden. So I feel okay going in here, and we got this guy for more over the top damage. So just a little bit more and we're there. We also got the card draw already in place, so I think we could probably pull it off. Alright, that's fine. We get a minion still alive at the end of this. Hopefully it's Arcane Golem or Knife Juggler. Sweet. So we should probably get in the charge damage while we can and then get this guy in later, because we want to get value out of the Knife Juggler while we can. It's just simply adding damage to our deck. So let's do that. And we want to get Leper Gnome down before we're pushing for lethal, because we made that mistake last game. I hesitated on it like one turn too long, and then it like wasn't in our lethal setup. So now we've set up lethal with the Leper Gnome on the field, which is just much better than setting up lethal with Leper Gnome in your hand. Alright, so we got 5, 6, 7, no, 4, 8. So we're 1 damage off at the moment. Looking for Smite. Nope, that's Leroy, that's enough. Yeah, that flowed a little bit better. We were able to beat Coin Armor Smith into Warax. Like one of the best defensive lines from Control Warrior. Just face under the shit out of him. Alright, let's try a few more games. I want to get Golden Priest, man. Going for the gold. Play some Rogue? I played Rogue earlier. Alright. Probably don't want to keep Shadow Man. I just want to draw into that on curve. We gotta find a 2-drop with this hand. He mulliganed everything, so I'm gonna keep double ones. Oh fuck, double Arcane Golem's really bad. This is gonna be tricky. Tricky. I mean, we could maybe keep Shadow Menace against Paladin. It could be real. Could be real against like Minibot and like Creeper and things like this. It can't hit Shredder though, so that's awkward. Mulligans, everything hits the 1-drop. What a god. Alright, I have to get double ones out so that I can kill it even after a secret, hopefully. Otherwise, he can secret value trade and then just screw us. No 2-drop follow-up though, we may just Mind Blast him in the face. Doesn't look good for us this game though, like mulliganing into the Arcane Golem is cool. We're able to get 2 damage in with the Abusive, which is like the expected amount of damage from an Abusive. Oh, sweet, top deck's 2-drop. Alright, hopefully he doesn't happen to have Sacred Keeper Minibot muster after full mulliganing, because that'd be upsetting. That'd be ridiculous. It just full mulligans draws the perfect curve. Alright, only double Minibot, alright, that's not as bad. face. I don't really want to give him mana here to go into like Belcher or something, and this actually sticks on the board, so he didn't have Muster last turn, so it should be able to stick unless he wants to use True Silver or Consecrate to clear. And I'm pretty happy with either of those outcomes, so I kind of like Argent Horse Rider here a little bit better. Just to really annoy his board a little bit, slow him down. Because if the trades are like too clean for him, then he's going to start hitting me in the face, and I don't want to get hit in the face. Alright, he's gonna use True Silver to clear. You got it, buddy. Is the Knife Juggler gonna hold any value? There's no way in this deck for the Knife Juggler to get value late game, which is kinda awkward. A lot of Knife Juggler based decks have some way that they can usually. So I don't think Knife Juggler is gonna be like ever getting value this game, sort of a dead draw. We do have 9 damage in our hand, so he's like halfway dead. Ramped him right into his Mysterious Challenger, potentially. But I mean, like, there's no way we beat it anyway, so... It's not like we could just Knife Juggler that turn and pass. It's okay, we got Worgen to be Noble Sacrifice, we'll be fine. Kappa. Yeah, these cards don't do anything now. Sort of the gamble you play when building, like, a Face Hunter-y deck. So we can try and snipe the 2-1 to make them have to try and make this trade. So like sniping the 2-1 here would be sick when it revives. So I'm going for that dream. Get him! One and 3. Damn. It's still pretty good. We're just a Leroy and a Mind Blast away. He's still gotta probably trade these unless he has Conk. So if he doesn't have Conk, we may, it like buys us a whole extra turn basically. Shit. Got 16, huh? Where's my Shadow Madness? Doesn't even work. I'm tearing it anyway. Okay. Yeah, we don't have any draw for lethal. Right. Max we can do is like 8 over taunt. Maybe we could kill this Leroy and be 1 off still, so it's like... Shit. Drew things out of the wrong order. So maybe we can make that less likely. Dude, like, these cards are just like so good if you hit them in stride. We'll probably got 1. Probably got a Juggler. Yeah, probably got a Gelvin. Put in the other Wolf Head or more burst. We hit double Arcane Golem was the sad part. Drawing that in the beginning is the worst. Like out of all the 3-drops to draw, double Arcane Golem in the beginning's the saddest, because I mean we're forced to have to ramp him into a Mysterious Challenger, like we didn't have a choice in the matter. Because like our hand was like nothing, so it's not like we could do anything. Alright, we got the Knife Juggler, we got the coin, we got the Shrink Meister's a coin Knife Juggler, and the Shrink Meister's dirty. Something like that. Hits double floors, feels bad. Holy Nova doesn't work because we give out the board on 3. So if we, like, Holy Nova works in board control priests that go to 5. Because then if you keep board till 5, then Holy Nova's the nuts. Like, Murloc Priest kept board till 5, and like Holy Nova was sick in that deck, but like Face Priest, not the same as Murloc Priest, gives up board too early. Goddamn Living Roots. Yeah, and I'm just gonna pass. I'm gonna go like Knife Juggler, Coin, Leopard Gnome, try and hit one of these and make it awkward for him. I'm hoping he just hero powers here. Shit, dude. This guy's aggressive. And he has a sick curve. Well, I can still hit one of these to then try and force the Sabertooth thing to trade. Cool. So then the trades have to go like that, and if he misses his 3, then I guess we have a 2, so we're like kind of in a good spot. But aggro on aggro, you know what I mean? Cool. So we're technically ahead by a little bit, but it's not by much. He's gonna be able to like hero power 2 drop and be ahead of us. So. Yeah, it's not Wolf Rider's time yet. We're just gonna Shrink Meister, I think, because we want to be able to contest the board. Like 3 damage is great, but we're still, since it's an aggro mirror, we still have the opportunity to contest the board. So might as well try and go for the dream of getting some board control popping off. Alright, we cannot beat Shredder on the board, but we could value trade this if we wanted to then lose to Swipe horribly. We have Shrinkmeister Shadow Menace on 6 for this if we wanted. We could Shrinkmeister trade into it. That's not very good. So we probably go all in against Swipe and hope he doesn't have Swipe, or we get the extra 3 damage. So how much is 3 damage worth playing? We have like no damage in our hand. We gotta go for this on 6, so I'm going for board control right now, which is pretty sketchy with a deck that's not built to go for board control here, but against aggro sometimes it can work out. It's not gonna work out. So we missed 3 damage is the punish there, which sucks, but it's not the end of the world. Alright, we're just gonna play one of these to make that trade, I guess. Like, Heal Pass is too weak. Hopefully he uses removal from his hand and develops something so we can bump this into something and take the 2 drop. Nope, damn it. We don't beat that. We don't beat that. Poor deck design. He's like way too high. Way too high on life total for this to work out in our favor at all. What went wrong? Oh, the Living Roots turn 1. Our deck doesn't beat turn 1 Living Roots, huh? It's like Face Hunter in that sense. Except our hero power's worse for it. Okay. So there's no way to beat turn 1 Living Roots. That's okay. We can accept that fact, I think. I think all decks built like this are just... They surrender to turn 1 Living Roots / turn 1 Zombie Chow. That's just like a thing. Losing board too early. Maybe we should run these because we have buff cards. Try and stabilize board faster. I don't see any way that we can grip the board harder earlier. It's just not something that we can compete with this sort of shell. I mean, I guess we could try this for the silence. Tempo silence can be good on like death rattly things. A hold board turns 1 through 3 and then like getting through taunts, of course, good. What about Land Carrier now? Give it the board too early for Land Carrier to matter. I think you need to curve out to 4 if you want to be playing Land Carrier. So you have to have a Shredder oriented deck. Noitron? No, Noitron's too weak late game. And it's not impactful enough on 2 anyway. This is the curve. It's not in like... There's probably like a list out somewhere of the decks to play, or the cards that can work better on curve and stuff. Noitron would not be on that list. It's like mediocre on curve, mediocre off curve. It's good in mech decks to protect Cogmaster, but like other than that, what 1-drop am I protecting? Like I don't want to protect the Leopard Gnome. Makes no sense. So these like taunt suggestions are Or silly, because I don't know what I'm protecting then. Like, what do you guys want me to protect with the taunt? What one drop? Alright, we're head on board. You didn't have one drop. Good to go. That's like super important with these sort of decks. It's good against Warrior. We steamrolled the Warrior. We're just having trouble contesting board earlier on. And protecting our one drop doesn't help us contest the board any better. Do I care him ramping up to 4? I don't think so, right? No, Consecrate. I care. Cool. You don't understand Shrinkmeister's here? Shrinkmeister's a sick tempo 2-drop, one of the best 2-drops in the game for like gaining early game tempo. So I coin out a 3-2, they play something, I Shrinkmeister their thing, trade with the 3-2. I'm ahead by 2 minions. It's really good. And then I want to stabilize Knife Juggler while it still does something, because later on in the game it's actually going to do jack shit. So getting it on the board right now I think is really important over the Arcane Golem. Even though I use my mana less efficiently, it's just like later on it does 0 damage, and right now it does 3. So let's get it out there for 3. Arcane Golem's always going to do 4 for the rest of the game, so it just makes sense to me. Power Word Shield, that's a good idea, Applejack. That's actually, it's genius. I don't know why there's no Power Word Shields in this deck. That's the perfect card. You're a genius. I don't know why I didn't even consider that. Power Word Shield should definitely be in this deck. I think we can still hold the board here, so I'm gonna go for that. So let's do this first. I don't get a juggle for that? I thought I got a juggle for that. That's shit. Alright, we got 8 next turn. So hopefully no Belcher, because we just blew our Shadow Mask. My read is he doesn't have Belcher. He's got Wolf Rider in his deck. So that's why I didn't play around Belcher by holding on to it. Why not play value minions like Zombie Chow and Cultist? Because I'm trying to kill him, man. It makes no sense. Alright. Well, let's do it. There's no way he runs Tyrion. So I think like the Whelps are scarier because he could kill me. The Whelps somehow maybe, I don't know. He's playing aggro paladins, there's no Tyrion. So I'm okay this way. There's no taunts in his deck for sure. Juggler versus Leroy should have been something I considered. There's no way the Whelps help him kill me, so I probably should just play Leroy. Alright. Yeah, I mean, Cultist would be good if I extend the curve up higher, though. Because, like, I can't run Wolf Riders and Cultist in the same deck. Just, it's too awkward. They're 3-drops that accomplish very, very different things. It's like 2 conflicting ideas if I run Cultist. Because, like, you get this guy, you're like, wow, sick value minion, that's awesome, controlling the board. And you got this guy, and it's like, you're not going for value at all. You don't give any shits. Those are, like, the difference. So, alright. I want to get this for Shadow Word Pain, I think, and I want some Power Word Shields in there. So, Power Word Shield over, like, probably over the Smite, and this guy. Get rid of one of these guys and put it back in, like, I want the Worgen now that I have Power Word Shields, because buffing a 1-1 with a Power Word Shield is really sad, but buffing a Like 2/1's pretty sweet. Yeah, let's do that. Firebat shield seems sick. Giving up 1 mana, being able to squeeze in some things should be sweet. Stringmeister won me the game against Warrior. Being able to preserve 2/1s against minions is sick. Stringmeister is definitely not a bad card. Y'all crazy. Firebat shield's really good early, but I don't think I want to keep it in my opening hand. I just need to make sure I hit a 1-drop for sure, or go coin 2 into 2, and I don't have any 1s or 2s in my hand, so go for the greed, just mulligan everything back. Alright, we got this into coin balance is dirty. Especially if it's Zoo or something, and you got Shadow Manas to follow up. It's gonna be sweet. Just like Shrinkmaster can't be bad, right? Because it just removes a minion from the board for free, basically. If you read its battle cry as, if you have a minion on the board, kill your opponent's other minion that's trying to contest it, it's insane. Because that's basically what it does. It makes your minion take 0 damage as it trades, which is ridiculous in the early game for just like zooing and tempoing people down. It's nice. Alright. So we got this guy into coin Valens, or if he happens to be handlocked, we probably just coin Horse Rider's Dome. Cool, cool, cool. Or if we find a 2, we want to play the 2, because we can save coin for like big bursty plays. Mind Blast is going to be sick in this matchup. We don't Mind Blast on curve, I think we save it for burst. I can play around Mortal Coil by using the Balance Chosen, but walks right in the owl. I kind of like it though. Kind of like it. Because I don't want him to be able to Mortal Coil, and like if he owls, I'm not like too upset about it. I'm more upset about him Mortal Coiling, because then he like can play his 4-drop on 4 if it's the Giant smoothly. And I don't want him to get a Giant down smoothly because 8 hurts. So I think this messes up his turn more. And it's less likely for him to have an owl than a coil, I guess. Because sometimes they only run 1 owl, but they always run 2 coils. So, went with that. Alright, Shrinkmeister works well here to keep my board alive. Now his Giant's slowed down. So slowing down his Giant's really good. Hopefully he doesn't have another 4-drop and he's just kind of stuck with the Giant. So, I mean, there's like some percent chance of it. Now he happens to have the Drake. It's okay. We're doing little things to try and get a little better odds, but at the end of the day, hopefully all those little things he steps on 1 and adds up to be something. Hopefully he tries taunts with Belcher here and we can Shadow Manas it. 2, 4, 7, 8, 9 on board. Shrinkmeister in a face rush deck is like what you said about Wolf Rider versus Dark Cultist, and it's not true because the 2-drops on 2 that we're playing are all value 2-drops. Knife Juggler is a 2-drop with an effect that helps me control the board, as well as Shrinkmeister, as well as other things. Dark Cultist is a minion with an effect that helps you control the board. Wolf Rider is not. So if Dark Cultist was the same sort of minion but cost 2, I'd totally put it in the deck. My curve is 1 and 2, I'm playing value minions basically, and then on turn 3 is when I take the transition to actually playing an aggro deck. So there's just like that flick point where you turn on the gas, and for this curve and for Face Hunter and decks like this, that point is turn 3. We could try and set up lethal with this, right? Mind Blast this turn. So we do this, Mind Blast this turn, and then try and go this heal next turn. He needs to play Healbot now, and if he plays Healbot, we get another 4 free damage in, so it's kind of sneaky. Doesn't look like he's got it, so we're going to be able to finish him off here. Put in Shadow Forms, and the Shadow Form requires 3 mana of investment. I don't have enough time to do that, really. Like, I don't run out of damage. As you can see, every card I draw is dealing damage, so, like, I'm doing sufficient damage. It's just, like, getting tempo early game's important, and keeping tempo turns 1 and 2, and then as long as that happens, I usually win. So focusing on that while still balancing the fact that I have enough cards to top deck to draw damage is basically the whole deck. So just managing my curve How about Haunted Creepers? Yeah, Haunted Creepers were a card I heavily considered. I was really thinking about it. If I keep like having trouble with that sort of stuff, I'd throw in Haunted Creepers. I think Haunted Creepers is like a really solid card that you could fit in here. For sure. It's just so awkward when you draw it late game. That's why I put in the 2/3 stealth guy instead. But Haunted Creeper or that guy are totally interchangeable for each other. I could see him going either way. So I don't really like Wolf Rider as my 3-drop. Nice, able to pull Knife Juggler. Alright, so if he plays Secret Keeper, then we can Shrink Meister trade and be ahead. So we're hoping he just plays Secret Keeper passes. Oh, he's got the nuts. Probably just Knife Juggler pass. Hope he doesn't have another secret. He trades it off, huh? Yeah, we can get a free shield here if we want it, potentially. This is super awkward if it's Noble Sacrifice though, but take the risk. Yeah, maybe I should have just played Loot Hoarder instead. I'm not taking this risk. Go face, play Loot Hoarder, would have been fine. Lower risk. Oh my god, another one. Alright, we have to hit this 1/1, so the fact that our Loot Hoarder can contest the Noble Sacrifice. So, let's get him. Got him. Alright, cool. Now we get to push 2 damage, but it's like, he's already at 30, so I don't see us winning this game. How many wins do I have in Arena? A lot. I don't know, I've played a lot of Hearthstone, man. We don't have a mechanism to win from here. We just lost board too hard to the Secret Keeper coin Noble Sacrifice. It's just like something this deck can't beat. Alright, we're just gonna extend all of our minions onto the field. Hopefully no concentrate, maybe we can get some chip damage and start working them. We gotta find Leroy in like a Mind Blast if we're gonna be able to win this race, because he's way ahead of us. But he's got to trade into the 5/4, so that's a relief. And he still needs to find some AoE or a Mysterious Challenger to slow down my development, or just get the sheep off his guy. That works too. Correct. Oh, and have Mysterious Challenger. Holy shit, the guy's a god. Okay. How am I gonna do? Alright, we got the 14. We got 5, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15-ish damage. But we gotta worry about dying as well. So, card first. We've already seen 1 Noble Sacrifice, 2 Avenge. So this is probably Noble Sacrifice Redemption. And if Redemption doesn't proc, then it's Competitive Spirit, yeah. Alright, so we can go run both of these in here, then mind control that, kill that, slow down the game if we wanted. Because we don't have enough damage yet, right? Got 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we need to find like 2 more damage cards. So we do. Yeah. We need to find a Leroy. I'm going to take the opportunity to heal, because I feel like I'm going to have opportunities to heal in the future turns anyway. Since we have so few cards in our hand and no cantrips, really. Fuck. That's a big one. That was a good top deck for him. Shrinkmeister not very helpful. Shrinkmeister's probably not going to push any chip damage because of the boom bots, so... We gotta try and get him to trade Boom into that guy, and then hopefully we get bought an extra turn and we're able to find 2 damage cards back to back and finish out that way. I think it's like the only way. Fuck, man. Can I just... Draws the absolute... He has... Mysterious... He has Secret Keeper, Coin, Noble Sacrifice into Minibot. And then like more secrets, and then Shredder, and then Mysterious Challenger into Boom into Tyrion. Like, come on, man. There's nothing I can do. There's just nothing I can do. You can't outplay that. He got really close to killing him, too. Just 1 extra turn off, and I have many outs for lethal. I think I like the second Madness. I think it's good. Madness seems strong for doing what I'm trying to do.
The animal inside is thirsting for a fight with a world that is so dull and broken. It dies before.
Okay. Loot order's not like the best on 2, but it's something. I think I'd pitch it back. I want to get double 1s with this hand since I have the 1 already and I have coin. So going for like double 1s or at least 2s that accomplish things. Like Loot order is a cycle cantrip too, so it's like okay, but in a matchup that's all about tempo, I don't want to be cantripping. I want to be ahead of my opponent. Well, so much for that. I could just coin this out and hope he doesn't have a spell, but he kept 2 other cards, so he's likely going to have the spell to punish it. So I guess I'll just play Leper Gnome and fast, hold on to the coin to try and make something happen with maybe Shadow Manus a little earlier or something. And he does trade, damn. If he goes base, we get free damage in with Shrinkmeister potentially. If I want to play Shrinkmeister, just contest. He just plays a spell, kills, and this guy gets bigger. So I think I'm just going to play this, force him to ping. If he's pinging or playing a spell, it's the same usage of mana, so it slows him down the same amount. But just trying to look to do like this next turn. Maybe he ignores it, you know. Never know. Okay. Well, we can hold on to coin again, just get the Shadow Bomber down there. Life sometimes lucky. Beautiful RNG. Alright, well we do have Shadow Manus active, so hopefully we can punch through enough of the taunts to make use of it. Oh my god, I'm getting soloed by Mana Worm. Hey, lived. That never happens. Alright, we got 2 tries to juggle this motherfucker. Oh shit, I forgot to attack.